The pilot episode. Here we go again with your three friends, Drew, Neil, and Perk. We got your favorite movies and shows. It's three guys nobody knows. The pilot episode.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the pilot episode. We have episode 2 of Marshals.
I do want to say, on either episode 50 or 100, I want to throw out the idea that Perk does the intro live with his guitar.
Okay.
Wow, I don't know that you just didn't throw him under the bus, but I guess we'll
You
let him
really
answer.
did. It's gonna be 100 because I got a chance of us not getting it to that one at least.
That's a great answer. Back to what we're here for, though. What do we think about episode 2 of Marshals?
Another banger
like-
for me.
Yeah, I just told you. I feel like I prefer episode 2 over episode 1. We're kind of on an uptick, like you said. We're building a little bit, and it's really cool to see this side of Kayce because that was some of my favorite scenes in Yellowstone. Was the like the spots where towards the end you start seeing his like military background come out in him, and I really enjoy that, getting to see that in this show.
I thought it started off pretty cool. We got to see how Tate really feels about this. Tate it's from everything he was saying, sounds like he's all in for Kayce getting into the Marshals. He was like excited for him, and
Which we knew this was coming. The damn show's
Mhm.
named Marshals. So
Yeah,
we knew
right.
somehow he was getting hooked in.
There's no way he was going to be like, "Nah, guys, I think
I'm just going to ranch, just me and the boy on the farm, not going to be a marshal.
What a curveball would that be, though? That
They
would
got
be-
my ass.
they could have kept having run-ins with him and stuff. I mean, it's you never know.
Well, speaking of run-ins and old habits as a Dutton, we still dumping bodies, baby, badge or not.
Mhm.
Yeah, so this is me not watching Yellowstone for a while, kind of wearing off on me here. Was the reason Kayce had a hard time this entire episode? Did he kill his brother and dump him at this place?
So he was part of the dumping,
Yeah.
but Rip actually killed Jamie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But-
yeah.
Also, Drew, from Yellowstone, from season 1 to the end, there was
we were
quite a
dumping
few.
bodies.
There was
Oh,
quite
yeah.
a few.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He has been at this joint before.
Granted, my dad brought it up. Did we ever see Kayce actually dump anyone himself out there?
If you remember correctly, and this is why I thought he might have been the one that did it. He took Jamie out there
Mm-hmm.
and like threat, like it was like he was
Threatened him,
going
yeah.
to do it, and then he didn't. So I don't know, but if I'm
He
not
also
mistaken,
was supposed to take Walker, but
Yep.
didn't.
that's the one I was thinking about. Yeah, he
Yeah.
took him out there, but let him go. I think.
Yeah. We may not have, but I do feel like, I don't even remember what season, but where they had issues running into dudes' houses, like when they went
Mhm.
full fucking SWAT
Yeah.
team, when he did have a badge during Yellowstone for the cattle shit going on.
Mhm.
I feel it very impossible he was never part of it when there was some big group activity going on, but I could be
Mhm.
wrong. We would have to look back in that.
Yeah, and we also find out in the episode that it's like the train station is like a known thing to the community. Like the community knows about it because old buddy, the big boss, what is his name?
Brett
Yeah,
Cullen.
Gifford, Harry Gifford is the character name.
Yeah, his name's
he-
Brett Cullen in the show, but I don't know exactly what he.
No, that's his real name.
That's his
Harry
real name.
Harry Gifford is his like character name.
He's Gifford in the show.
Yeah, but the like
Right.
main guy, he kind of brings it up to Kayce, and then multiple times throughout the episodes, like kind of old skeletons in the closet being a Dutton, and you always seem to be wanting to have a badge or a position of power to help out your family and the ranch. And Casey's like, the Yellowstone's gone, dude. Like I don't know.
And
what
all
you
my
want."
family's gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's thinking that Jamie. He's thinking he's helping hide Jamie.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're very wrong about their
They are
theories.
unaware. Yeah,
Yeah, and then they're
And-
like, he's trying to help a fugitive
Well,
in
see-
Jamie. No, Jamie.
Another thing, the public doesn't know that Jamie isn't like a birth brother to them. Like they
Yes.
don't realize he's adopted. They don't know the whole backstory of everything we know from Yellowstone.
I have
So-
kind of thought about that coming up.
hmm And then Kayce also burns old buddy whenever he said something about having a past with his father, and he's like, "Yeah, Dad used to talk about that all the time," and he's like, "Really?" He goes, "No,
No.
absolutely not,"
Yeah,
and then just
I
walked away.
remember. That was pretty good. But yeah, I mean, other highlights of this particular episode, Casey, in a way, I guess you would say, possibly, and it's not rogue, but like he kind of takes it upon himself, tracks down the bad guys, and we just get to see how big of a badass he really is again. And he,
Yeah,
from so far away, just using a rifle with iron sights, blows up
yeah.
the back of a car.
I feel like in Yellowstone, once again, this is another it being a while since I watched it. I think I remember them saying he had like a leadership role when he was in the military.
Yeah, he was up
So I
there.
feel like one of the things we're going to run into is him not doing great with like taking orders, possibly, and just kind
Yeah.
of going off AWOL on doing his own thing like he did in this
And I was
episode.
going to say, you've seen that in this episode, yeah.
Right. And like, I mean, when you have somebody like Kayce, though, do you really like old buddy says, we're whoever has the best idea is the like that's all that matters.
Yeah,
really.
they're like active lieutenant right now. Was Pete?
Mhm.
You can tell when Kayce does override him, like you're talking
Mhm.
about. And old girl gives him shit about it.
Yeah.
You can
But
tell
he's like,
they've been in the mix together, and he's
yeah,
good with
and
Kayce making that call.
right. And he's like, Kate, we're here right now because of Kayce. Like, how are you
Mhm.
gonna say anything about that? If he had something that got us here and kept us alive, we really should just be kind of okay with that.
Yeah.
But another like really small thing when Miles is trying to advance to help out old girl and that rattlesnake stops him. Kayce goes down there, grabs the rattlesnake, and just throws it in the woods. I was like, "What the crap?"
Dude's a badass.
I thought that was going to be more significant than it was because the bad guy draws, but
Mhm.
it looks like he's aiming at Miles, but I thought he was aiming at the rattlesnake possibly. So I thought
might have
Casey
been. I had the
sparking that
same.
off was going to be an
Yeah,
issue.
I had the same thought.
It's an easy debate to make, but here's the thing: even if he shoots at the rattlesnake, they're still busted.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I had that same thought. I was like, man, is he actually aiming at Miles or is he trying to shoot that snake?
Yeah.
And but the thing is, they still had their girl in underneath of a truck stuck, so they had to.
With a bomb being moved around and gunfire about to start.
Yeah.
They kind of had to do something. Another thing I wanted to say is Miles is one of my favorite characters. I love him.
I like him, and I like him because you see a side of him that shows that he's not just Billy Badass.
Hmm.
Like he even tells Casey that he's really more like the new guy. And so, like, you see that in him. Like, he's a realist. He's not going to bullshit
Mhm.
you. Like, I
Yeah.
like it too.
Yeah, with him telling him kind of get over it, stop freezing up, first kill
Yeah.
thing. It's good banner between them. I do like him
Mhm.
too. I got two things for you though. We're developing a villain, in my opinion.
Hmm.
This is gonna sound bad, but anybody that's ever heard my opinion on Yellowstone before, Monica fucking sucked. Bitch, couldn't stand her. Glad they got her off the show.
Casey loved her, clearly.
Well, Kayce was wrong. And anyways, he got rid of that demon. Now
Mhm.
he's on a crew that has another bitch trying to stab him in the back, watching his every move and stirring the fucking pot. And 99% of their problems right now are because of her. She did surprise me, and I'm not going to write her off yet. I'm going to give her a chance. Hear me out. She seems to be letting up a little when she walked over to Cowboy and just tongued him there at the end. Maybe she gets laid and stops being a complete bitch. But this episode, she was a complete bitch. She questioned everything, snide remarks, bullshit.
I still think there's a shot that her and Casey have a thing that happens.
Yeah.
Because, dude, the whole hatred, like, not hatred, but like
it
the
could
back
lead
and
to him
forth.
pinning her against the wall like some Rip style shit. I'll give you that. And we do tend to carry
I
into
think
that
it'd be
with
the other
Taylor
way
Sheridan.
around. I think it'd be the other way around with them two. I think it'd be her putting him up against the wall.
Well, you're right,
She is
because he
very
definitely
aggressive.
doesn't put his foot down in his home. We have seen that with his other one. So you're right on that one. I should have knew that.
Speaking of Rip, by the way, he was mentioned in the episode. I don't know if y'all caught that.
Yes.
Whenever he's like, Tate's like, "What are we gonna do about the ranch while you're you know, while you're out there being a marshal. And he's like, Rip's going to find me some hands and for time being.
Send
But,
some guys over.
yeah, but he did get mentioned.
All right, so
that's
here's the
actually
other.
coming out soon as well, correct? Neil,
I
didn't you say
I
that?
think
Pretty
it is.
soon.
We have to look on the exact date, but it's getting close.
Yeah.
The other big thing, though, we have not seen. So we're ticking up. The action's ticking up. We may have a villain. It may be a love. We don't know how that relationship's going to work out, but it's building. Nobody has died yet. And if you do your homework on Taylor Sheridan series, you don't make it far without some kind of tragedy. You can name any.
I think Miles is number one. He's the first to go. I really do
Right.
think so.
Landman was episode 1.
That's what I'm saying. We've actually, making it 2 full episodes, we've actually made it further than a lot.
Remember, Taylor Sheridan's not as big of a role in this.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big
That's true.
debacle.
That is true.
He's still the executive producer, but he's not writing it. Is that what it is?
Correct.
Okay.
But again, I think it's Miles just because we got to see the soft side of him being, I think they're going to kill him off. I really do.
Well, my thing is, with that being said, the whole Taylor Sheridan thing, he still is the one that's writing, or that's like signing off on the scripts before they get made.
Yeah.
Because they're his characters.
Yeah, he owns the characters.
You weren't here for the last episode. We actually went over some reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, people are letting it be known that they do not like the fact that Taylor Sheridan is not all in on this project. They literally said it looks like they rented the characters from Taylor Sheridan, and that's the only reason they got to put the Yellowstone name on it.
I kind of maybe get that for episode 1. I don't get that feeling from episode 2.
Yeah. Episode 2 felt like Taylor Sheridan through and through to me.
I feel like episode 1 was kind of a weird like fence, like they had to ride a fence where they had to like explain the characters a little bit to the people that maybe didn't watch Yellowstone, but also make the people that watch Yellowstone happy at the same time. And it's just kind of like they were juggling those two things at once. And
I will give them credit for one thing though. You can watch this show if you've never watched Yellowstone, and you still have figured out who Kayce is. You've heard a little bit of the Dutton family name. You know Tate, and its mom and Casey's wife is no longer there, and they're trying to figure it out. And there's enough characters still around to kind of help it along. Like Rainwater still being in it helps. Like things like that.
I feel like if you watch this show independently without having watched Yellowstone and all the spinoffs and everything, it would almost feel similarly to how we're dropped in the memory of a killer in a way.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you know that there's a lot of backstory, but we don't know it yet. And like there's plenty of opportunities for them to let us know it.
That's a really good comparison.
I just found out Ash is actually in Mayor of Kingstown. I was trying to figure out who it was. She's not a prominent role. Her name is Coco in Mayor of Kingstown, but I did remember seeing her and stuff.
In the Taylor Sheridan shows, he swaps actors like in and out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, old buddy, what's his name? The engineer in Landman.
Dale?
Yeah, Dale. He is in Yellowstone, like he's in like a bunch of stuff. But another thing I wanted to bring up, to my knowledge, that I can remember, this is the first time in between Yellowstone and this and whatever. This is the first time I can remember ever seeing the train station in daylight.
I think you're right on that. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah. Because I was like, this is weird. It doesn't look the same. But then I realized it's because it's daylight out. And we normally see it like in the dark when they're like trying to, get rid of a body. And I cannot think of another time where we saw it in broad daylight.
Yeah. You kind of stumped me on that because sitting here thinking about it, I think you're right. I mean, I could not be remembering, but I really think you're right.
And one other thing that I'm noticing, I don't think I realized how well I paid attention to Yellowstone when I watched it, but there was one scene where when they're driving to the train station to go like intercept this deal that's happening, they drive past a pasture, and I see the fence. That is the pasture that John Dutton wrecked in front of in the first episode of Yellowstone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why in the crap did I just remember that? And Dad was like, yeah, I guess that was. It looked like it.
Yeah, after you're telling me this stuff, I know you're right. It's just I
hmm
didn't catch it on my own.
hmm Drew, you having
I
trouble?
don't know what's going on with my internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're good. We got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am fresh out of notes myself. So if y'all have anything else, feel free.
The only other note I have is what's lead marshal's name?
Pete.
Pete, he froze again.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think something with Pete bartender
hmm
is going to be an ordeal.
Yeah. You bringing up Pete to the Pete and Kayce scene where he has to go catch the horse.
hmm
I thought that was a good little loose moment after everything and kind of like really bringing him in to kind of
hmm
just sure it all up. I thought that was necessary because he's kind of been talking behind Casey's back as well about, he's trying to talk everybody into letting him in and trusting him and letting him do the things he does because he really believes in him. But at the same time, he's trying to reel Kayce in because, we've already heard him tell him, hey, we're in Missouri, this isn't active force or whatever
Which I mean,
it is. Wyoming.
there can only be so like at some point after seeing all this John Wick like crap that Casey does, they're gonna have to be like, okay, we're just gonna have to deal with it, even if we don't like him. Understand that he is like the guy that Pete is telling us that he is.
Yeah, this dude's a walking badass.
Yeah,
You
he
got to
is
let a peacock fly on this one, Captain.
Yeah, he is the ringer that Pete is making him out to be. And I will say, when you brought up the fact that they're making a villain in the show, I thought you were talking about the like head honcho, that
Which
guy.
which also may be the case if Andrea and Kayce end up having something.
hmm
Maybe that is where it turns. I just
Yeah.
know that one way or the other, we will have
hmm
a villain and we will have somebody die. And
Yeah.
even if it's not Taylor Sheridan, you can't have a Marshals TV show with them literally fighting crime with all the cowboy shit on the side and nobody not. Like it's just not possible with this genre of show.
You know what my a random thought I just had was, I feel like maybe the first death may not even be related to one of these missions or something like the cowboy. Like it may be on the cowboy
See,
side.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
There's
like
no way with this kind of show that you avoid it on each end.
right. Like there's absolutely not.
And I thought our first death was going to be Rainwater. I'm not going to lie to you. I really
did too.
thought it was going to
Like
be him.
it felt like something that would happen in the first episode of a Taylor Sheridan show.
And it was
Like
already episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the way they set it up, Kayce even calls it out. Like
Mhm.
sees him in the woods. And then she's like, oh shit, the bag's there. It was perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it just doesn't happen. But maybe that was on purpose because they know that we expect something like that to happen. But you can't counter program too much like that because obviously if people are still coming back for the 75th Taylor Sheridan show, it's because people enjoy Taylor Sheridan shows, so
Yeah.
you have to give them what they want.
It kills me when people are like, all his shit's the same. They just switch, the genre, whether it's bikers, cowboys.
What their job is, yeah.
Yeah. Who gives a shit? We all still watch it. So, it kind of is what it is with that. But you either love it or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Over under though, do you think we make it a whole nother episode? I guess yes or no, not over under. Do you think we make it a whole nother episode without a death?
I don't know. I feel like Drew's right. I feel like we're setting up for Miles to be the death because of his skittishness in like he's Casey kind of alludes to it. He's holding on to his heritage and his Native American like ideals and stuff to the point to where it's hindering him in a lot of ways. Like with the rattlesnake, if he completely froze up because of the fact that he said that it would be bad luck if he did anything to that rattlesnake.
Yes.
So it's either he's going to have a moment like that and get somebody like Beth killed,
Yes.
or he's going to be the one to get killed, which we're already seeing with her too. A lot of moments of like self-reflection and like, man, I'm doing this crazy stuff out here, like with my family so close to me, and family coming to see her, and she's keeping secrets from her family about the whole, like how dangerous the job is and all that stuff, and she can't be doing that. But I
Is
feel
her
like
name Belle or Beth?
I thought it was Beth. I
I
may
thought
be
it,
completely wrong
I
about
thought
that.
it was Belle, but you can look for me. The
Yeah,
Winnie dog.
I may be complete. It's Belle.
Okay.
I got that wrong.
Yeah.
But she, I feel like we're kind of either building to Miles being the one to die or Miles causing her to die.
Her to die.
Yeah.
I'll give you another crazy one. Could we see the job follow Kayce home and possibly Tate gets knocked off? Or could the cowboy side of it, Tate trying to pick up the slack because Casey's gone and something happens on the ranch and we lose Tate?
It's possible, but I don't think they would do that. But that could lead to Casey going full off the rails
That's what I'm
type of
saying.
thing. And that could be how they get into that type of like mindset for Casey.
Yeah, where they
It's
bring
very
Casey
possible.
down to literally nothing, nothing left at all.
Which too, one of the things I'm looking forward to, have they said what happened to Monica, or did they just say that she's dead?
I have not heard anything concrete in the show. It's pretty much just
Right.
she's no longer here.
Right. So I would like to know if that was like something to do with the Duttons past and somebody got her, or if she got sick, or if like what in the world it was that caused her death, because we're 2 episodes into the show and we still don't know. And I feel like when this show was first like rumored, I feel like it was originally supposed to have her in it. And then something happened in real life with the actress, and then they had to write around it.
So they did talk about what caused it in the first episode, and I do remember that now. They didn't
Okay.
really go into detail, but you remember when Tate talks about in the first episode, like honoring his mother or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then they talk about Broken Rock, and that's where Casey goes and visits her.
Right.
So it was from cancer by the toxins on the res. That's what killed her.
Right. Yeah, they do mention that.
I forgot that
about
was
that.
the detail they gave for that. It
I
just
didn't realize that it was her, that she was part of the group that had
Yeah,
the
I remember it
issue.
now when Tate, has this, after him and Casey kind of argue at the bombing or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or not at the bomb, at the first time when Casey's helping out. It's it's not really set up to tell you much about Monica, though. It's really set up to build the scene between Casey and Tate.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of why it was sped by. But all right, outside of that, you got anything else?
Nah, I'm fresh out.
All right. Well, y'all make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good shit. Perk will have this out sometime soon on our roundabout schedule right now. Y'all just bear with us with everybody's work, constantly changing hours right now. We're just kind of getting it done when we can. Outside of that, we'll see you.
The pilot episode